Welcome to the Bearded Banter podcast, where we'll discuss everything gaming. So sit on back and listen up. Get your headphones ready, we're gonna discuss video games, it's gonna be fun. We're on time for everyone. Wow! Hey guys, welcome back to the Bearded Gaming Network, and welcome back to episode of the Bearded Banter podcast. I am the Bearded One, your host. With me is my co-host, Random Richard of Riley's Ranting Reviews.
How's it going, everybody? I'm here on Skype.
He's here on webcam with us. Obviously, you can't see it because this is audio, but yeah, we can see his beautiful face through the entire thing. It's going to be freaky. So, Random Richard is here with us, co-hosting. He just shot me the finger, and we have a special guest. We have Mr. Voodoo Dude 66, otherwise known as my best friend Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
Hi. I have sideburns. Does that count?
It does count.
All right.
Anyway, so this is episode 6 of Bearded Banter, and today we are going to be talking about Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah.
The massive hit open world Western game from Rockstar that came out in 2010. Fantastic game. Jesus Christ.
Fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing game. So, as we always do in Bearded Banter, we're going to give a plot summary, we're going to give our opinions on the game, and then each of us, all three of us, are going to give a memorable moment that we've had playing Red Dead Redemption. So, Riley, you're like the Red Dead aficionado in the group. Why don't you give the plot summary?
Okay. Basically, the game is set in 1911 in the Old West along the Mexican border. Now, this guy named John Marston, he's a roughly middle-aged man. He's a cowboy. He is given a task from the government in order to get his family back to round up members of his old gang that he used to be affiliated with. And not until he gets them all will he be able to get his family back. So the whole game revolves around the different shit he has to go through to find gang members.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually it's a pretty original plot, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's quite... I haven't heard anything like that.
Yeah. And, well, you know, there can be, like, arguments like, oh, it's not that original. We've seen things like this happen, like big-budget Hollywood movies where, you know, the government is keeping this guy from being free. But there are a ton of plot twists that keep it fresh.
This game is definitely very anti-government.
Oh, one thing I want to say, the characters are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty badass.
Yeah. The characters are just miles ahead of anything we've seen in the last 5 years.
Oh, without a doubt.
Just the development they give these characters is just so amazing. And really, once you meet someone, you really care about that person. You want to see what they'll do next because they're such colorful characters.
There's so many layers to their personalities.
Yes. It's like there's so many... Exactly what Random Richard said. It's like they have layered personalities where, sure, they seem like they do this one thing, but then as the game goes on, they're given more.
There's a reason.
Development. And that really keeps this game fresh, and it really kept me engaged through the entire story, just interactions between characters.
I just want to see what Marston was going to do next, because it was really cool what he was doing. Like, just gunslinging, killing shit. It's like, yeah.
That's
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe
you swear that Clint Eastwood had something to do with this movie.
Maybe having Ryan on the show wasn't a good idea because he's all about killing shit.
I also like the story too, because like you really get sucked in and like makes you want to play and see where you go next.
Yeah.
Like you go to the Armadillo to I think it was the farm. Was it the farm or
what?
The
yeah,
farm?
I think you went to McFarlane's ranch after Armadillo.
Yeah.
Don't quote us on that.
I'm not quite sure. And then I know Mexico was the third place.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico.
No, it's the second.
Oh, Mexico's
You start off in the New Austin, which is like with Armadillo and the ranch. Yeah. Then you go to Mexico. Yeah. Then you go to West Elizabeth, which is like the forest with Blackwater.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just like the places. They're very
like it's another thing about this game is the environments are very, very, original, very varied. That sounds redundant, but
yeah. I'm going to talk about the environments in West Elizabeth. It's like It's pretty much like Colorado. It's pretty much like Colorado.
Okay.
It's kind of like flat plains in the east. In the east with mountains in the west, huge mountains in the west, and lots of forests. Then you go down south to New Austin, which is pretty much all desert and ranch land. It's kind of like northern Texas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you go down south to Mexico, which looks like Arizona.
Arizona. Sorry, drinking Dr. Pepper.
You should have said you were drinking Arizona.
Yeah, it's like I'm high on Arizona. Oh,
Life in Arizona.
Life in Arizona. Anyway, let's just go over our opinions on the game. Since Ryan's our guest, I think he should start. What do you think about the game, Ryan?
I thought it was really interesting. I kind of didn't get through the story because, I don't know, some glitches or whatnot, but I still like messing around and being that guy who, like, destroys towns. Yeah.
A badass.
Total badass who starts bar fights and whatnot.
We started so many bar fights.
Yeah.
We should honestly, once we get our filming equipment, we should do some Red Dead stuff for the channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because me and Ryan playing Red Dead is the funniest shit in the world. But anyway, Riley, since you're the aficionado, what do you think? I know you're just gonna say it's perfect.
It's definitely the closest to perfect video game I've ever played in a long time. The reason I'm into Westerns now is because of that game. Sad but true. I loved it. The plot's original. The environment is amazing. The characters are very well developed. This game is as close to perfect as it can get.
Okay.
It also reminded me of Gun a lot, and I love Gun.
Really? I heard Gun was kind of crappy.
Oh, Gun was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, you gotta play Gun.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like
I remember Jaden had Gun for his GameCube, and I tried to play it, but I just couldn't get into it.
oh man, I love Gun. Gun was awesome.
Have you played Gun, Riley?
No, I haven't, unfortunately.
Guess you're the loner here, buddy.
Yeah, I love Gun.
I'm the Lone Ranger.
Hi, it makes sense because we're talking about westerns. Oh, yeah, hell, he's still flipping us off. Anyway, I guess since you two have given your opinions, I'll go ahead and state, fucking awesome game. It really is. And it's not like just, you know those games, I assume you guys have because you're gamers. You ever played a game that was really good, but only for one reason?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This game has so many great qualities to it. It's so varied in its design that it just, like Riley said, it's as close to perfect as it possibly could be. Minus a few technical issues, but with Rockstar, it's kind of it's kind of hard to work those things out. It's such huge worlds.
Like there's definitely a few times I found my horse half into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah. But there are a lot of things I like about the game. The story is very well written, very original, and it keeps you playing because it's so intriguing and entertaining that you want to know what happens next, which is a great quality in games because if you're playing a game that gets stale quickly, you're just going to stop playing. But this game, since it introduces so many new things, so like on a rapid basis, that it keeps things fresh and it keeps things, fluid. That's what I should say about this game. It flows very well.
Oh yeah.
Agrees with me. Sure. But sorry if I interrupt.
No, it's cool.
But yeah, the story is very well written. The characters are just given so much love. It's ridiculous how developed these characters are. The environments are fantastic, very realistic too.
Online's good too.
Yeah, I know you haven't played online, Riley, because you can't really connect to the internet.
I could, but you know the reasons why. My
Yeah.
brother's a douche.
Your brother's a dick. But the online, for a game like this, you would really think that online would be tacked on, but it's actually really fleshed out, and it's actually really fun. So online is another great quality to this game.
And the DLC is pretty cool too.
Yeah, Undead Nightmare is a great DLC.
Oh my god, Undead Nightmare is so much fun.
Yeah, see, I probably should have just downloaded it because I have the fucking disc for it.
Yeah, you bought the disc.
No, because
Dude, we got it like the day it came out.
yeah, there's a story behind that. It was Christmas 2010 around that time. I had bought a present for my sister, but she didn't know what it was, so I was trying to hide it from her. So then she's like, okay, if I buy you something, will you tell me what it is? And I'm like, okay. So we happened to be at Walmart, so we were looking at the games, and we saw Red Dead, and Undead Nightmare on disc, and she's like, I'm gonna get those for you for Christmas. So I'm like, okay, go for it. So she gets me Red Dead and the disc version of Undead Nightmare, and she buys them, and then we're leaving the electronics department. It's like, so what'd you get me? And I'm like, I'm not telling you, bitch.
What'd you end up getting her?
What did I get her? Oh, I got her the box set of Hunger Games books. Yeah, the trilogies. I got her that. And it's funny, she ransacked my room.
My God.
Yeah, she ransacked my room trying to find it, and the only place she didn't look is where it was. Oh. But anyway, back to Red Dead, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, Red Dead Redemption is a great game. It has a lot of great qualities to it, and it just all comes together for a very fluid, a very entertaining experience that you're definitely gonna want to keep in your collection.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, I'm never getting rid of that game. So I guess we should go on to the memorable moments. Does anyone have like a crazy moment in the game?
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, Random Richard, you have the floor.
Okay. This one time I was playing the game. My brother Ryan was playing the game and I was watching. And we were in, I think it was Thieves Landing. And you ever had that random event when a woman gets kidnapped?
Yep.
Yep. I rescued her. And during this, I was in the middle of a shootout because, it's Thieves Landing. You can shoot shit up. Nobody can do anything about it. And while there was the animation of her, giving you a hug and saying, "Thank you, kind stranger," she got shot dead.
Aww.
Oh my God. Me and my brother were pissing ourselves laughing for like a good 10 minutes after that.
Oh, man.
Oh my
That's
God.
That's unfortunate for that young lady.
Oh my God. We were laughing so hard.
Anyway, Ryan, you got a crazy moment you can think of?
Oh, let me think. So many crazy things.
Yeah, especially when we play. There's so much crazy shit going on.
Death runs off of Pike's Basin?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my God. Okay, the choruses.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Okay, well, me and Shane, there was this awesome place to jump off of because it was really high up.
Mm-hmm. The cliff just off of Pike's Basin.
Yeah, and we just had like this really badass song playing, right? And so we just jumped off of it when the chorus started, and it just looked like he was being a badass jumping off.
It fits so perfectly. And so what we did was we went through my iPod, we put it on shuffle, and every time like a badass song would come up, we would wait for the chorus, and when the chorus started, we would jump off the cliff and see the reactions.
Yeah. And sometimes we just like flop around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. He'd just go ragdoll and this really badass chorus, and it was great.
Another time. Remember, Shane, when the cops... We killed like almost everybody. The cops were after you.
I know.
They weren't shooting.
I know what you're talking about. Okay, so what happened was, our main area is basically Armadillo. We like to fuck endless shit up in Armadillo. So what we did was, we had killed everyone in Armadillo. Eventually the cops started coming after us, so we kept killing cops, right? Eventually it got to the point where the game glitched, so the cops would show up, but they would just stand there and not shoot us.
Sometimes I've had it that the cops just eventually stop coming.
No, but what happened to us is more and more cops kept coming, but they would stand there doing nothing.
They'd hold their guns out, but they were just like...
Yeah, they would aim at us, but they would just strafe back and forth and never shoot.
Did you end up shooting at them?
We killed all of them, and then eventually they stopped, but they wouldn't fight back.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. It was a funny-ass glitch, though.
Yeah.
And I have to say, my memorable moment... There are so many memorable moments in this game, but the one I always remember is when I found out about the fire bottles.
Oh.
You know what I'm going to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what I was doing was, I think it was when Ryan was over and we were fucking around with it. Yeah. Actually, we're probably going to fuck around with it after we're done recording this. I want to play it now. Yeah. But I think it was when Ryan was here. We were just going around Armadillo, fucking shit up. And I've noticed that I had some fireballs, and I really like the fireballs because it burns stuff. So I took them out and I started throwing them at people, and then I accidentally went into Deadeye, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want that, so I canceled out, and I'm like, wait a minute, can you even use fireballs in Deadeye? So what I did was, I waited for a carriage to pass through town, and I went into Deadeye, and I targeted him just as he was passing me. Marston threw the fire bottle, and it's the greatest thing ever because when you use fireballs in Deadeye, they become homing missiles.
Like red shells in Mario Kart.
Basically. So what you do is you target something in Deadeye, and then he throws it, and then it basically becomes like a heat-seeking missile. It tracks that person down. Everywhere they move, it like tracks them. And so my eyes just lit up, and I was like, all the planets align, and I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. So basically what I would do is I would buy endless amount of fireballs, and I would just keep firing homing missiles at things. It was so fucking great.
That is
Cops
funny.
like halfway across the board.
Yeah. Or what I would do is I would find like a fast moving carriage and it would like track it down. And then I would see it's in like off in the distance, it's still tracking it. So what I would do is I'd get on my horse and I would chase that down and I would see how far it would go.
That's so badass.
Yeah,
Like-
sometimes they'll follow you for quite a while.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I'm trying to remember. Oh, dude. Okay, this is another moment me and Ryan had. We were at Armadillo and we were at the saloon. And what we would do is we would go up to the balcony where all the hookers would go.
Oh no.
Do you remember that?
I think
Yeah.
so.
And what we do, eventually, every now and then, you would see, like, one of those whores, like, sitting on the railing. What we would do is we would run up to her and push her off. And it was so great. She just sitting there chilling, and then we'd show up, and we'd be like, sup, bitch, and push her off. It was... Or what we would do is we would cause havoc, and then they would start running, right? And as they were running, we would push them down the stairs.
That's funny.
And you have a Hitler stash on the webcam.
Yes, I do.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Well,
that was a memorable moment.
yeah. Hitler. Mm. Nazi Germany.
We're in Canada.
Holocaust.
Anyway, so there's a lot of memorable moments in this game. But before we wrap this up, let's restate our opinions. Riley, go for it.
Fucking love it.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
Oh, you want me to go into more detail?
A little more
I love the
detail.
game. Basically, this is definitely quite my favorite game of the 2010s 2000s decade. Or very, very close to it.
Okay.
It's perfect in every possible way. I'm not restating myself because I'm getting really tired now.
Okay, Ryan, restate your opinion.
It was good. It was a good game.
B.
My attention for a while.
It kept me glued to my television seat. Ah.
Even though there was glue on my television set.
Anyway. Okay, so I have a lot of things to talk about my opinion on this game, but I'm just going to go through it real quick. Love this game. As close to perfect as it possibly can be. The story is engaging, kept me going. The characters have such great character development that they are so engaging, and they're just greatly developed characters. It's very fluid. It has a nice flow to it that keeps things moving. It introduces constantly and introduce new key elements that keep things from going stale. Very realistic, huge environment, very, very true to its Western roots.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And it's a great game, so... Bearded Gaming Network general consensus on Red Dead Redemption, fucking brilliant! Okay, with that done, I think we're gonna wrap things up here on Bearded Banter. I don't have no idea. Probably around 20.
Don't have no idea.
No, because when you and me were in person, we could see how long the recording would go. With the Skype recorder, we can't. It doesn't have a timer on it, so I have no idea how long this episode is. It's probably around 20, 25 minutes, I'd say.
Yes, it's not a long one.
Yeah, it's not a long one. It's another short one. So if you guys like the longer podcast, we'll try to cover topics that, have a lot to say about them. But I think
Okay.
we'll wrap things up here on Bearded Banter. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. This is episode 6 of the Bearded Banter Gaming Podcast. My name is the Bearded One, your host. With me is my co-host, Random Richard.
Goodbye, everybody. Hope you had an awesome time watching this review.
And our special guest, Ryan.
Goodbye.
Oh, he's jerking off. Oh, I think we should end this now. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
here on Bearded Banter. My name is Shane with all my friends here at the Bearded Gaming Network, and we will bid you adieu. Keep on gaming, everyone.